I used to think silence meant peace. Now I know it also hides monsters. The night everything snapped, I was sitting in the dark at the edge of my bed, listening again for that soft sound, the one I pretended not to hear for weeks. The faint click of my son's bedroom door, the slow push, the almost weightless footsteps. Every night, same time, same person. My wife's sister. The woman I'd let live in my home, rent-free, food-free, responsibility-free. Her only contribution was entitlement. But I didn't react. Not yet. I needed to be sure, needed proof. Because what parent accuses someone without undeniable evidence? Not me. Not anymore. I learned the hard way that people hide behind innocence like armor, and some wear it louder than truth. I remember the day she moved in. Just until she gets back on her feet, my wife told me, her voice soft, pleading. She's family. Family. That word has caused more disasters than storms. I agreed, because relationships are built on bending, and I'd bent too much already. Still, I tried to be decent. I gave her space, bought her groceries, even helped fix her car when she claimed she couldn't afford repairs. I thought kindness would settle her. Instead, it fed her. She lounged around like the house was hers, slept until noon, and whenever my son walked past, her eyes followed him. Not with malice, something stranger, like she was studying him. I brushed it off. People look. People overthink. Parents worry too much. But then came the nights. Every single night she went into his room, stayed a few minutes, came out quietly. At first, I convinced myself she was checking on him, like an aunt. A bit odd, sure, but harmless, until my son started acting different. He stopped wanting to sleep alone. He jumped at small noises. He clung to me in a way he never had. And when I asked why, he only said one thing. Auntie says I talk in my sleep. She listens to me. My blood turned to ice. That was the moment the doubt became certainty. I installed the camera the next day. A tiny, silent thing hidden in a stuffed toy on his shelf. My son never touched that shelf. She never would notice it. I waited until midnight, pretending to sleep, pretending everything was normal. Then I watched. And what I saw was nothing I ever imagined, nothing any father should ever see. She wasn't hurting him physically, but she was doing something worse. She'd sit on the edge of his bed, whispering into his ear, telling him lies, filling his head with things like, "Your dad will leave you. Your mom loves me more. Only I understand you. You should tell me everything you dream." Manipulating him, grooming his trust, rewiring his fears. A psychological parasite working slowly, quietly, waiting for some twisted control. My fists shook so hard the bed frame rattled. My wife stirred beside me. "What's wrong?" she muttered, half asleep. I stared at the screen. "I'm handling something," I said. And I did. Revenge is best served slow. Measured. Undeniable. I spent 3 weeks gathering more footage, every night, every whisper, every manipulation. I saved the files in multiple drives, multiple accounts. I contacted a child psychologist, a lawyer, a detective agency specializing in domestic cases. Not one of them told me to wait. They all said the same thing: "You're doing the right thing." Meanwhile, I behaved normally. Normal dinners, normal conversations, smiled at her, thanked her, even made her favorite tea once. Let her believe she was still invisible. Let her believe she was safe. Let her believe the house was still hers. Because arrogance blinds, and she was blind enough to walk into the trap with confidence. The night I executed everything, the house was silent, the kind of silence that comes before storms. My wife's sister went into my son's room right on schedule. I waited exactly 2 minutes. Then I walked down the hallway and opened the door. She froze. My son sat upright, confused and half awake. I smiled, a calm, practiced smile I'd perfected. "Don't stop," I said softly. "I'm recording this one too." Her face drained of color. My wife came running behind me, drawn by the tone in my voice. The tone she'd never heard before. "What's going on?" she asked. I pressed play on my phone. Her sister's whispers filled the room, recorded crystal clear. Manipulative, disturbing, predatory in a way that wasn't sexual but psychological. Emotional control disguised as affection. My wife covered her mouth, tears breaking instantly. "No, she wouldn't. She's my sister." "She is," I said, which makes this worse. Her sister lunged toward me. I stepped back. 2 officers stepped forward. Yes, I had already called them. They were waiting outside. She screamed, cried, begged, switching tones like a broken actor. Denial, insult, victimhood, everything in her arsenal. None of it mattered. The evidence was airtight. They escorted her out as my son clung to me, trembling. Power shifted. Justice sharpened. The house finally breathed. It's been 3 months since that night. My son is healing. My wife and I are rebuilding. The silence in the house is real now. Peaceful, soft, honest. Sometimes my wife apologizes, says she should have seen it, should have protected him, should have trusted her gut. I tell her the truth. People don't see evil in those they love. That's why evil chooses family. As for her sister, she'll face the legal consequences. Therapists, courts, evaluations, and a restraining order that walls her away from my family forever. I don't lose sleep over her. If anything, I sleep better than I have in years. Because I know one thing with absolute clarity. You can betray me, lie to me, use me, but the moment you touch my child, I become the kind of man you never see coming. And I make sure you never forget the day you met him.